factories that build our world. But here's the thing. Most of us never actually see it. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain on this invisible engine of our modern economy, natural gas. So what kind of fuel has that kind of reach? It's not coal, it's not oil, it's this clear, odorless gas flowing right beneath our feet through a massive, hidden network of pipelines. We are talking, of course, about natural gas. To really get its impact, we first need to know what it is and where it even comes from. So let's start at the very beginning, deep, deep down inside the Earth. Okay, so at its core, natural gas is a fossil fuel, formed millions and millions of years ago from the remains of ancient plants and animals. Its main ingredient is methane. That's CH4 for all you chemistry buffs out there. And it's usually found trapped in underground rock formations, sometimes right alongside crude oil. And this right here is exactly why natural gas has become such a big deal. You see, among the fossil fuels, it's kinda the cleaner option. Burning it produces way less carbon dioxide than coal or oil, and that's a huge advantage as we try to manage emissions. But, getting it from deep underground to your kitchen stove, that is quite a journey. It starts with extraction, then it gets processed to clean out all the impurities. Finally, it's transported through pipelines, or, and this is pretty cool, it's super chilled into a liquid called LNG, which makes it way more compact and easier to ship across oceans. All right, so once it completes that incredible journey, how do we actually put this invisible fuel to work? Well, as it turns out, in a lot more ways than you probably think. Yeah, these are the 4 heavy hitters. It generates our electricity, it heats our homes, it's a key building block for all sorts of industries, and it's even starting to power our vehicles. I mean, talk about a versatile fuel. Let's start with the power grid. Natural gas power plants are really the backbone of reliable electricity. Why? Because they can be fired up or powered down way faster than other kinds of plants. That flexibility is absolutely essential for balancing the grid, especially now that we're adding more intermittent sources like wind and solar. Now, this is probably where it hits closest to home for a lot of us. If you've got a gas stove or a furnace, yep, you are tapping directly into this energy source. It's a super efficient way we heat our spaces and cook our food, a direct connection to that resource deep underground. And this is where it gets really interesting, because it's not always just about burning it for heat. In the industrial world, natural gas is a critical raw material. They call it a feedstock. It's used to create everything from the fertilizer that grows our food to plastics and even hydrogen. And what about transportation? Well, while gasoline and diesel are still king, natural gas is definitely making some moves. You've got compressed natural gas, or CNG, being used in buses and trucks, while LNG is increasingly powering those massive cargo ships, offering a cleaner alternative. Okay, so we've established that natural gas is everywhere, right? It's a stable, reliable part of our daily lives. But here's the twist. The global market for it is anything but. It is one of the most dynamic and volatile commodity markets in the entire world. So why all the chaos? Well, think about it. A sudden cold snap hits, and boom, demand for heating spikes and prices go through the roof. A hurricane can shut down production. Even international politics can cause these wild swings in price. It is a constant, high-stakes balancing act. Which leads to a really, really important question. When an entire global economy depends on this fuel, how on earth do you manage all that risk? How do you maintain some kind of order in a market that's constantly being pushed and pulled by so many unpredictable forces? You can't just cross your fingers and hope for the best. You need a system. And that system relies on some very sophisticated technology. It's the software that works behind the scenes, taming the chaos and allowing companies to navigate the incredibly complex world of energy trading. In the industry, it's known as ETRM. ETRM, it stands for Energy Trading and Risk Management. The best way to think about it is like the central nervous system for any company dealing in natural gas. It's specialized software that helps manage the whole shebang, from the initial trade to the final delivery, all while keeping a very close eye on risk. So let's break down what these systems are actually doing. They have to juggle several key areas all at once. They're tracking real-time pricing, handling incredibly complex contracts, and coordinating the detailed logistics of moving the gas. At the same time, they're constantly calculating risk exposure and making sure everything is compliant with government regulations. It's a massive data management challenge. So the crucial point is this. Without ETRM systems, the modern natural gas market simply could not function at the scale it does today. They provide the visibility, the efficiency, and the control needed to manage all that volatility and keep the energy flowing reliably. It's the hidden tech that powers the hidden fuel. And that leaves us with a final thought. We've built these incredible systems like ETRM to manage the wild ride of natural gas. But as we transition to new energy sources like hydrogen or manage even more complex power grids, what new invisible challenges will emerge? And what new tools will we need to invent to keep our world running smoothly? It's a fascinating question for our energy future.